Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop. Can you? Hey,
Don't kill me. Don't
hey,
kill me.
Hey, what the hell? What the hell? Get back here with my sign. Get back here with our sign. Hey, your phone dropped. Your phone in your shoe. Your phone in your shoe. I'm gonna... Hey, come back here. We want to talk to you. We want to talk to you. Come back here, please. That's a damage to our property. Somebody stop this guy. Oh my God. He thinks he can get away. Somebody stop this guy. I'm reporting you to authorities. You're going to be caught. You're going to jail, buddy. What's your name? I'm honestly exhausted. Oh, you sent me on a chase. So why did you touch our signs? Why did you touch our signs? I'm reporting you to authorities. Why did you damage our signs? Excuse me? Can we get OU police here? He damaged our signs and is running. He damaged our property and is running. Where are you going? Where are you going? You want your phone back? You have my phone?
Men really need to start becoming men again, because I don't know how you allow all of this to happen. Yeah, it's cool and all that you recorded the whole situation, and it was funny how his face changed at the end when he realized he had his phone as well. But yeah, on both sides, I see too many weak people where you can't even defend the things that you have. Someone took your property and you just recorded him while he was taking it. I know if that was me, I would record the whole situation so that I have it documented, but I can guarantee you he's not getting that far away from me with my sign. The reason they even engage in things like this is because they know they can do it and they know that you're not going to do anything about it. But once you start to defend the things that you own and defend the things that you believe in, trust me, these weaklings are not going to do anything about it.
And the brave tranny of the day goes out to Shay. Shay transformed from a run-of-the-mill typical male pervert to a beautiful and now oppressed transgender woman. Shay also likes to take selfies in the women's bathroom around little girls. Shay is finally free to live her true, authentic, genuine life as a cisgender lesbian. Let's all stand in solidarity with the most oppressed women in society, the male women like Shay.
Abortion is murder!
Get some shit! Get the fuck out of here!
Relax.
No! People will die if abortion is banned, you piece of shit!
Abortion is killing babies, though.
It's not! Banning abortion will not stop people from getting abortions. It means that women will die!
Relax.
No! Eat shit and get out of here!
Okay.
Hey, don't worry about people dying for the fucking mask!
You're entitled to your opinion, please walk away.
Okay. Okay.
Ah yes, am I surprised that the group who say that you can murder an innocent human being are also the same group who believe you can attack someone for having different opinions to themselves? No, I am not.
Getting a train ran on me has honestly lost its appeal. Like, I used to love getting blown out by an entire friend group, but as of lately, I've been more into one-on-one quality time. I feel like when there's too many people, you lose out on the passionate part, and that's honestly my favorite, you know?
Yeah, this is the result of freedom. You are free to do whatever you want, and people will post things like this on social media, and then other people will look at videos like this and say to themselves, this person is getting attention, I might as well do the same thing. Yay, feminism.
I wish I was stupid. You guys seem so happy.
Yeah, someone who decides to record themselves crying and post on social media, I would go as far as saying you are more than likely stupid. Before we get back into the video, make sure you guys like the video if you guys enjoyed the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell that you'll see beside the subscribe button so that you're notified when one of my videos come out. Follow me on Instagram, X as they call it, TikTok at YinkaThatGuy, and let's get back into the video.
As a member, hang on, I'm sorry, ma'am.
What do you
But
want
as
us
a
to
member
agree
of
on?
Congress, because I was
Yes.
just in D.C. on Monday
Yes.
for Trans Day Visibility, and I would like you, as a member of Congress, to rise up and support LGBTQ plus youth and stop this fucking insane attack on our children who know who they are.
Number one,
Number one, no.
do that.
Of course you're not, because you're a fascist. You're a trace. You're a race
because
traitor,
I
and
do
you're
not
a
believe
fascist.
in the mutilation. I asked you a question.
And I
You said
answered
you wanted me to do so. I said
you.
I
And
don't
I
agree.
answered
And then you
you.
start yelling at me. You call me a fascist. You call me a race traitor. And you want me to agree with you? What are you talking about, ma'am? I'm a constitutionalist. Ma'am, I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in freedom and liberty for everybody. I believe in the U.S. Constitution. I believe in everybody's freedoms and rights. But if I don't agree, hold on. But when I don't agree with you, then all of a sudden I'm a fascist. That's what's wrong. If all you want to do is yell and scream and curse when I don't agree with you, I'm sorry, ma'am. You are now in the 20% of America.
Because you will never get my vote, and you don't live here.
I'm gonna be your governor. Trust me.
You're not.
No,
you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
I seriously don't know how white liberals do it, where you can call a black person a race traitor. It's absolutely hilarious how they feel they are the arbiters of what is racism and what isn't racism. They're the only group of people I've seen online who claim they're not racist and try to do everything in their power to show us how not racist they are, but then make racist remarks like this.
We know he's getting God and he no longer can be here. In honor of his legacy, we're not rioting, God. We're not shaming anybody, God. We're just humbling ourselves before you. Yes, Lord. You brought the thunder and rain today, God, because Satan takes the L today. Father, in Jesus' name, you get the victory. Father, we ask for forgiveness from our black brothers and sisters for years and years of racism, of systematic racism.
This video is absolutely disgusting, and every white person who participated in this video needs to get their brain checked.
Got my own parade out here, the Caitlin Bennett parade.
Hey, go join the club on the other side with the dark guys.
Woo! So this is exactly what my 1-year-old toddler does at home.
No one should follow you because you're an absolute a traitor.
Why? A traitor to who?
Caitlin Bennett is a traitor!
Do you cuddle with him at night? He's in like a loving embrace. I think that's funny that you want, like, why do you have a blow-up doll of Trump anyway? That's weird.
I guess they don't care about climate change anymore.
I'm not pro-abortion, I'm pro-choice.
Pro-choice for what?
For women to choose what is best for them.
For women to choose abortion?
No. For whether women want to choose whether they have a baby, whether they put up for adoption, whether they have abortion, whatever.
But so you're pro-legal abortion?
Yes.
So you're pro-abortion?
No, I am pro-choice.
I'm anti-legal abortion. So are you pro-legal abortion or are you anti-legal abortion?
I'm pro-legal abortion.
So you're pro-abortion?
That doesn't mean I'm going to run around and say everybody should have an abortion.
No, I didn't say that. But you are okay with abortion existing, happening in the United States of America?
Yes.
So you're pro-abortion?
I think you're twisting my words.
No, I think the reason you don't want to accept that phrase is because saying you're pro-abortion doesn't sound so great.
I mean, I can certainly stand up here and say I'm pro-abortion, but you're just trying to twist my words.
Okay, so you admit you're pro-abortion?
I am pro-abortion.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I am pro-safe legal abortion.
Yep, you're pro-abortion.
Yep.
Okay, great.
This is what happens when you apparently get college education.
And we are here today because while we know that Donald Trump thinks that he can place his hands anywhere, we're telling him, hell no, hands off our Social Security, hands off our Medicaid, hands off Medicare, hands off SNAP, hands off our kids, hands off women's rights, hands off LGBTQ rights.
You're a man.
For me, I don't always tell my story, but at the end of the day, I have 7 children. 4 of them are members of the queer community. All right, so I'll joke and I'll say I have a L, a G, a B. You know, I'll tell my straight kids they're dead to me. But
if you're feeling bad about yourself today, don't. Don't. At least you're not a part of a cult. At least you're not a part of a cult. At least you still have empathy. Huh? At least you care for others. Imagine that. Imagine that. Don't feel bad about yourself. You're doing great. Unless you're a trumpet. If you're a trumpet, then do feel bad. Do feel bad about yourself. Thank you.
Did you really just say on camera that at least you're not part of a cult? What an idiot.
As a white person, if you are not constantly talking to your family and friends and basically shaming them into caring about the issues, you're not doing your fucking job as a white person. You're just not. Yesterday, I was successfully able to shame people into staying at the protest that we were at. And it works. You need to let white people know that they are the weakest link. They are the reason we are in the fascist country that we are in today. It's okay to say that. It's okay to say that to your fellow white people. You need to say it. You need to get comfortable talking about race, saying black, saying brown, talking about issues. You need to start getting comfortable, and you need to make sure that the white people in your life get more angry. And even if they're not angry, and even if they're sort of annoyed that you even mentioned it, shame them, make them stay, make them have the conversations.
I'm sure this is the same group of people who say shaming is wrong, but then they're the same group of people who say you should also shame people. It seems like they only like shame when it benefits them, as everything they engage in. It's only good when they do it, but when people do it against them, apparently you're a bad person.
You know, as kids, I used to put on heels. I used to do all those things. I try to put on whatever my sisters wear. When all my sisters did, I try to do those things. So at first I said to myself, oh no, I did that. So I ain't just doing the things that I did.
Any of you guys into so-called justice and loving your neighbor or anything like that? Or do you only love people like yourselves?
We don't love fools like you.
That's not even funny. Hey, all you did is say something before crossing a road. Don't be so scared. Come back and talk anytime, please.
Yeah, they only love people like themselves. And the funny thing is, I've seen this happen all too often in history, where people are discriminated against certain groups of people because they're not like themselves. Interesting.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right, right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. You're not. We done picking cotton. We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
And this is the group that talks about how they're not racist. Wow.
She keep putting her phone directly on me. This is what you gotta ride the train. I'm talking about like supposed to be texting, but then she'll turn the phone directly on me how I have it on right now. And this is the only way they'll stop doing that shit, is if you record it and shit. They just come stand right up on top of your person. He could have moved more over there, but he on top of me. And this is what you call a palladium. Period. Just because they want everybody else to pretend like they still sleep in New York, I'm woke like a motherfucker. And it's not like you can't feel when somebody's siphoning your energy. You start feeling real sick and sleepy and fucked up, dizzy. I know so many people be on a train and you don't know why you start feeling that. That's the whole new thing. And if you notice, it's like 5 black folks on this train, maybe 6. You can't take the G train no more. How is it that there's freedom of speech when we're not allowed to, when we're speaking, our words and our thoughts are being suppressed if you're not speaking the way they want you to speak. Somebody might think that I'm embellishing or making shit up. They wait for you. They wait for you to walk. They just everywhere. And it's like when I left New York, and I'm gonna keep putting emphasis on this, white people stayed out your way. Now they chase you down. They on top of your back. Any chance they get to stand on top of you, they standing on top of you. That shit is not normal. And it's an energy thing. And energy is the new currency. And if you want to be a sleeping idiot and not know what's going on, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? And if black people was to wake up and to see that shit, you notice how they bake themselves in the midst of every black neighborhood? How
in the blue hell do you wake up daily trying to figure out new ways as to how you can be a victim of something? You just make up your own narrative and make up new ways as to how you're oppressed when it's all just a ghost that's not real.
Your sign says hands off our rights. What do you mean by that?
As you can see that I have a rainbow border.
Okay.
So I am fighting for the LGBTQ rights.
Okay. And what do you
are being lots of legislation is being presented against the LGBTQ.
What does that mean?
Everybody, especially Florida, but also Mike DeWine is LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ.
Okay. And what do you want them to do?
Stop presenting legislation and work on other things than, for hate. And stop by banning books, the LGBTQ books, everything, yeah.
To piggyback off of what my mom was saying, and that is my mom, and I'm so proud of her, and to see her here. I think it all starts when they start taking away the literature. And it starts with the children, and they know that, and so for some reason, especially in Florida she's referring to, because we have so much family there, and a lot of our family are under the age of 20, and they can't read simple stories featuring gay, LGBTQIA plus community members, and it all starts there. And if we start limiting literature, we start limiting our rights.
And what are the benefit of those books?
The benefit is that they are normalized. I appreciate so many people showing out here to show others that this is normal. A lot of what we're chanting is, this is what democracy looks like, and this is what democracy looks like. And enjoy any literature featuring your community normalizes it for you and for people who like you. My sign says, I like this side better. Think a little harder. It doesn't take that much thought.
So when it says think harder, he lies, who are you talking about lying?
I am talking about the President of the United States and his little sidekick, Elon Musk. That's who I'm talking about.
So if you could vote anybody to be the president, who would you pick?
Ooh, my mom.
You'll pick your mom. Who's your mom?
You just interviewed her.
Oh, okay. Well, give her like a promo.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I'm saying, okay, so you just, okay, other than your mom, that's kind of biased. But you can do it, fuck it. But if you could vote anybody to be the president other than Donald Trump, who would you pick? 50 Cent. John Cena. Drake.
Question. That's a touchy subject.
Bruno Mars.
Oh, I would say Harvey Milk.
As I've said, these people are some of the most stupidest people ever, and they're so brainwashed they go out not knowing what it is that they're advocating for. Social media has told them certain things, and they have to wait for social media to tell them these certain things, and then they go out and act on what social media has told them. But then when they're asked to defend their positions, they get confused. And once again, I have to point it out, these people vote.
Y'all are really out here saying some crazy shit to trans men, because there's nothing worse than opening my comments and being compared to like a 15-year-old boy. I'm a grown man with a job. I pay taxes. Why are you telling me I look like a fucking 12-year-old? What are we doing? Like, and these comparisons happen enough. They happen enough that like it starts to feel a little too real. The amount of times I've gotten comments on videos that are like, you look like Georgie Cooper from the early seasons of Young Sheldon. First of all, no, I don't. Second of all, it's the hair. Third of all, that's a child. That's a child. Or, oh, you look like, what's the kid from The Walking Dead? Carl Grimes from The Walking Dead from the first season. Isn't he, like, supposed to be 13? I am a grown man. I'm literally an adult man. I can drive a car. I pay taxes. I don't understand. Like, I'm so glad I have youthful vigor, but, like, come on. Come on. The one comparison that I get, often enough for it to be notable, but also that it's, like, not offensive, is when people tell me I look like Jacksepticeye, which I don't think is necessarily true, and I get it when I put my hair up, which I don't do very often, but, like, that's the only one that, like, I fully take that one as a compliment every time, because it's like, yeah, that's a 30-year-old man. You're comparing me to an adult, for once. Thank fucking God. Thank God. And I don't even think people mean it as an insult, but, like, if you're looking at a 20-year-old man, a grown man, and you're in his comments telling him he looks like a child, that gets really exhausting. Like, I'm sure it's meant to be a compliment, because, like, I know that people think these characters are cute or whatever, but, like, again, grown man, adult man. So it's just kind of exhausting. Like, again, I know it's probably not poorly intended. It's just, like, it'd be nice to be compared to an adult every now and then and not feel like I'm perpetually 15. Like, I've been 15 for 5 years and I'm really over it.
Do you blame them for comparing you to a 15-year-old boy when it's the case that you look like a 15-year-old boy? It is what it is.